Greetings and salutations, dear friends. My name is Eurymachus, and welcome to the third episode of our Mindustry Let's Play. In our previous episode, we secured the frozen forest. In this episode, we shall put all our efforts into capturing the craters and unlock some more juicy technology. If you'd like to see my other variety content, then head on over to Twitch, where you can find me playing many other wonderful games. With the shameless plug out of the way, let's talk statistics and pre-launch. As we can see, the work we did in the frozen forest yielded us 746 copper, 410 lead, 36 coal, and 140 graphite per minute. Our coal production is so low because we're using most of it to create the graphite. We can also see that we have collected a fair amount of resources. We can actually take some of these resources with us to the next sector to help us get a head start by using the resource button after clicking launch and setting a value against resources available from our current core, or just select the maximum available resources to take with us. Now that we have selected our resources, we can go ahead and launch our core. So, as always, the first thing we do is to check the enemy launch site location, survey the area, and prepare some basic defenses. We can see that we have relatively small deposits of coal, lead, scrap, and copper distributed over the north of this sector, and we found the enemy landing zone in the northwest. We can also see that we have some dark sand on this map. Exciting times. We'll want to begin using the resources we brought over from the previous sector to jumpstart our production chains and prepare a defensive line to protect us against the first few waves. I've already set up a basic defensive line in front of the enemy landing zone, and the next wave is imminent. Let's see how it holds up against the first wave. Oh no! The buildings inside the landing zone have been annihilated. Note to self. No building inside the enemy lines. Alright, we'll need to rethink this defensive line. Shouldn't be too much of a problem though. I've begun making changes, though I only have a few seconds before the next wave hits, and we have no turrets. This was a bad plan. Thankfully, one exploded on impact, and the other I was able to deal with using my ship guns. Wave 4 will arrive in a few seconds, but thankfully we now have turrets operational again, though we'd need some extra copper to feed the remaining lines. So we'll leave the defensive line to deal with the next wave and prepare the copper. Now we have supplemented the copper line for our turrets, we can complete the defensive wall and begin harvesting other resources in the sector, working towards additional research and defensive options. Taking care not to get one-tapped by the enemy. So I'm pretty sure we can't repurpose any of these buildings. We'll just go ahead and clear them out to make way for our own machines. While we do that, I'll see if we can get some sand harvested. This is our first encounter with sand, so we should be able to unlock some new technology with it once it makes it into our core. We'll also need to finish off the defenses. And the defenses are looking good. So, research. We can mix coal, lead, and sand into pyrotite using the pyrotite mixer. And we can produce silicon with sand and coal in the silicon smelter. So we'll start off with some silicon and see the direction that takes us while our defenses handle the next few waves. First, we need some power to run the machines, so we'll go with the reliable distributor setup we built in the previous episode. While we're at it, we'll go ahead and install the menders as part of our defensive line. Now that's done, and we have reliable power production, let's get some silicon crafting. Nothing too elaborate, just a little setup for now. And there it is. New content unlocked. So we now have a small amount of silicon being produced. let's check out the tech tree. Alright, we can see solar panels that provide a small amount of power from the sun, as you would expect. And the Lancer charges and fires powerful beams of energy at ground targets. More defensive structures. How lovely. Also, a new core level, Foundation. Core of the base, well armored, stores more resources than a shard. And what is this? The Ground Factory. Produces ground units. Ugh. Output units can be used directly or moved into reconstructors for upgrading. My goodness, so many useful things to unlock. Pneumatic drill, an improved drill capable of mining titanium, mines at a faster pace than a mechanical drill. Microprocessor, runs a sequence of logic instructions in a loop, can be used to control units and buildings. Now that sounds very advanced and very fun. And finally, the illuminator. Fairly simple, emits light. So let's go ahead and get the pneumatic drill unlocked, since we have the resources right now. Then once we've gathered enough silicon, we'll pop back to unlock the other jubbly tech. Since I have extra resources, I'm going to be using the pneumatic drills that we just unlocked, and I will start replacing the mechanical drills around the map. So I've just noticed there's a little issue with our silicon production. We're getting scrap on our sand production belt. We also want to prioritize production to our smelters, and I think we really need to reconsider how we're processing the sand and perhaps find a more robust solution. While I've been tinkering with silicon production, unsuccessfully I might add, the final wave has spawned and the Guardian is with them. What I did not realize was that the Guardian is an aircraft with quite the range on its guns. I'm trying to draw its fire and attempt to lure it into the range of our turrets. I'm not having much success, and it keeps taking them out from range. As it states on the left, Guardian units are armored and weak ammo such as copper is not effective. But here we go. Now I've baited it into our trap, the turrets are pummeling it, and its health is beginning to drop. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Now it's dropping. Excellent. Bring it down, boys. Marvelous. And it's down. Sector captured. Well done, everyone. Time to go home, right? Wrong. Now, the fun begins. But you'll have to wait for the next episode to find out what happens. So make sure to subscribe for more content. And if you enjoyed the video, give that like button a little tickle. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And as always, love your face.